touch my hair.
She is kicking his behind, and the security guard's trying to hold her back.
When you saw that video for the first time, what was your reaction?
I told you I started laughing. I thought it was...
Solange Knowles has stayed quiet for a long time, but now she is finally speaking out. People have wondered about the truth behind her family drama, her fight with JayZ in the elevator, and her life in the shadow of her sister, Beyonce. Now Solange is ready to tell her side of the story. What will she reveal? Does this change everything we thought we knew? Let's find out. Let's start with the elevator incident with JayZ and Solange by talking about the infamous elevator showdown. It was the biggest story around the world. Everyone seemed to be talking about JayZ being attacked in the elevator by Beyonce's sister Solange. It was leading on all the newscasts. Of course, it was a hot topic. Lots of folks thought the whole drama hinted at Jay possibly stepping out on Beyonce. In the footage, you see Solange going off on the rapper, hitting and kicking him, while what looks like a security guy tries to keep her in check. At one point, Beyonce steps in to play referee between her husband and sister. She is kicking his behind, and the security guards trying to hold her back. Things got so heated that when they hopped in the elevator, it went from 0 to 100 real quick. It was a pretty intense moment. This happened, as you might know by now, at the afterparty for the Met Gala. It was at a place in Manhattan called the Standard Hotel. 10 days after the incident, the trio released a joint statement addressing the drama. They said, as a result of the public release of the elevator security footage from Monday, May 5, there had been a great deal of speculation about what triggered the unfortunate incident. But the most important thing is that their family had worked through it. They said in a statement to the Associated Press that Jay and Solange each assumed their share of responsibility for what occurred. They both acknowledged their roles in this private matter that had played out in the public. They both apologized to each other and had moved forward as a united family. The statement continued, saying that reports of Solange being intoxicated or displaying erratic behavior throughout that evening were simply false. At the end of the day, families have problems, and they were no different. They love each other and, above all, they are family. They had put this behind them and hoped everyone else would do the same. But let's be real, people have seen family spats, but nothing quite like this. Has anybody else witnessed family drama that hit this level? By 2016, Beyonce's fans were already getting the vibe that something was up in her and JayZ's world, especially after that elevator drama with Solange. Then came the bombshell, Beyonce dropped her album Lemonade. Now, two songs, Hold Up and Sorry, started pointing fingers at JayZ for possibly straying. She threw out lines like "He only wants me when I'm not there," and "He'd better call Becky with the good hair." Oh boy, the Bayhive went into detective mode trying to figure out who this Becky was. Turns out it was more of a name for all the women in general, not just one specific person. Rumors about Beyonce and JayZ's rocky marriage had been swirling since 2014, and the gossip kept going strong in 2015 and 2016. Then bam, we got this album with all those lyrics, and it was like a spotlight on the cracks in their relationship. One theory was that Solange's actions before the elevator incident were fueled by something that happened earlier that night. Reports said she had argued with designer Rachel Roy at the Met Gala afterparty. Rachel Roy was once married to Damon Dash, who used to be JayZ's business partner. Some people believed Rachel and JayZ were too friendly at the party, which made Solange angry. Others said JayZ made a comment to Beyonce and Solange that set her off. Solange has always been very protective of Beyonce. Some sources claimed she was standing up for her sister, believing JayZ was being disrespectful. Others thought she was angry about something personal between her and JayZ. Some even suggested alcohol played a role in her reaction, but close friends denied this, saying she was completely sober. Another story that spread was about a woman named Olivia McFaula. This time, Olivia was with her crew and Jay was rolling with his friends, including Beyonce's sister Solange. According to Olivia, they both ditched their tables and had a rendezvous in a private corridor where they finally swapped numbers. Olivia spilled the details to Radar Online, revealing that Solange walked right past and kind of caught the whole scene. She said, "I told you the day that JayZ and I exchanged numbers at Nobu in Miami, Solange came walking up out of nowhere. I thought I was about to get my butt beat, so I backed off quickly." She added that Solange has been guarding her sister's property since day one. Beyonce doesn't even have to say anything, Solange is a beast. Yes, she almost kicked him in his, well, you know, area, but he caught it. This Solange was to beat my butt when she got off that elevator and saw Jay and I talking. Jay saw Solange and then he rushed and sent me to his bodyguard to exchange numbers with him. His name was Norman. He gave me a phone number, and I guess that was JayZ's extra phone for girls to call. Norman has since passed. I can't believe I dodged a butt whooping from Solange that day. She was a big reason why I left him alone. She gave me a look of death, very scary. Well, we all need a Solange in our lives, right? I mean, who wouldn't want someone who's got their back like that? 'Cause let's be real, not everyone's got your best interest at heart. Now, it seems like Beyonce had something to say about it all in one of her tracks titled Resentment. She threw some vibes about the situation, singing, "I know she was attractive but I was here first, been riding with you for 6 years. Why did I deserve to be treated this way by you? I know you're probably thinking what's up with B. I used to be so strong, but now you took my Soling." But nothing major came out of the whole mess, and Olivia tried to make the most of the scandal by dropping a song called Sorry Mrs. Carter. She wrote, "Your man, he likes model chicks. He likes all naturally flawless model chicks like me." As for her rap career, well, it didn't exactly take off and Olivia faded into the background. Beyonce and JayZ said "I do" on April 4, 2008 in a low-key ceremony at Jay's Tribeca penthouse. Fast forward 2 years, and Jay found himself in the middle of another cheating storm. Hollywood Street King blog, or HSK, spilled the tea claiming Jay had been involved with a woman even before tying the knot with Beyonce. This mystery lady was a publicist named Kathy White. An online pic suggested she had some industry connections, rubbing elbows with TV personality Claudia Jordan. HSK did some snooping and dug up a 2009 photo of Jay chilling at a Vegas nightclub table with a crew that included Diddy, and guess who else was there? Yep, Kathy. But here's the weird part, that image vanished from the internet. Now with the recent accusation, Solange stands by Beyonce as JayZ faces serious allegation. Solange Knowles is standing by her sister Beyonce during a very difficult time. JayZ is facing a serious accusation and Solange is making sure her sister knows she is not alone. This morning, rap mogul JayZ is denying allegations he sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. She has reached out to Beyonce to offer her love and support, letting her know she is there for her no matter what happens. Family always comes first for Solange, and she wants to make sure Beyonce feels strong and supported. JayZ is accused of something very serious. A woman known only as Jane Doe has claimed in a lawsuit that JayZ and Sean Diddy Combs harmed her at a party in 2000 when she was just 13 years old. This claim has caused a lot of controversy and media attention. JayZ has strongly denied the accusation, calling it false and saying it is an attempt to get money from him. He believes this lawsuit is just an attack on his reputation and family. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was sexually assaulted by both men at a Video Music Awards afterparty in 2000. Solange's support for Beyonce is important because the two sisters have always been very close. When Solange heard about the accusations, she immediately reached out to Beyonce to make sure she was okay. JayZ accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" She wanted her sister to know that she is not alone and that she will stand by her side through everything. Solange knows how difficult this must be for Beyonce, especially with so much public attention on the situation. Now, years later after the elevator incident, Solange is once again showing that she will always be there for Beyonce. JayZ, who has been married to Beyonce since 2008, has spoken out about the lawsuit. He said he is heartbroken for his family, especially for his children. He and Beyonce have 3 kids together, and he worries about how this situation will affect them. He also said that if the accusation were true, the woman should go to the police instead of filing a lawsuit for money. He believes he is being unfairly targeted and will fight back against the claims. Sean Diddy Combs, who is also named in the lawsuit, has denied the accusation as well. His legal team said he has never harmed anyone and that the truth will come out in court. Combs is currently facing other legal problems, including accusations of sexual assault and trafficking. He is being held in jail and has been denied bail. Puffy, but this guy is in an enormous amount of trouble. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. They got this guy in a RICO case by himself. Sources say that Beyonce has no. Solange made it clear that she had no plans to leave JayZ and that they would face this situation together. In 2016, Solange released her album A Seat at the Table. This album was very personal to her. She used it to talk about her life, her struggles, and her experiences as a black woman. The music was soft but powerful, and it made people feel emotions and think deeply. Many people saw it as a way for Solange to express herself and speak about things that mattered to her. One of the big topics in the album was black identity. Solange sang about what it means to be a black woman in society. She talked about pride, pain, and the strength of black people. The song Don't Touch My Hair was about how black hair is important and personal. Many black women feel frustrated when people touch their hair without asking. Solange used this song to say that black people should be respected and allowed to express themselves freely. Another song, Cranes in the Sky, was very emotional. In this song, Solange talked about trying to escape sadness. She tried different things to feel better, like drinking, shopping, and keeping busy, but nothing worked. The song connected with many people who have felt lost or hurt. It showed that sometimes, no matter what we do, pain doesn't go away so easily. Some fans believed the album was about Solange's relationship with her sister Beyonce and her brother-in-law JayZ. There had been rumors about tensions between them. People thought the lyrics in some songs hinted at family problems, but Solange said the album was not about any one person. Instead, it was about her personal journey and the things she had learned in life. Even though she denied it was about her family, many fans still felt that some of the songs spoke about those issues. The album was also about self-empowerment. Solange wanted people, especially black women, to feel strong and proud. She talked about the struggles black people face and how they continue to rise above them. She wanted her listeners to know that their feelings and experiences matter. The music was not just about problems, it was also about hope and healing. When A Seat at the Table was released, it was a big success. Many people loved it because it was honest and deep. Critics called it a confessional autobiography and a meditation on being black in America. The album won awards and received great reviews. It was different from regular pop music because it was more personal and artistic. Solange was already known as Beyoncé's younger sister, but this album proved she was a strong artist on her own. She had her own voice and her own message to share. She believes that protest is not just about marching in the street, that protest can also be creation. Now let's change gears and talk about the controversies. One issue Solange faced was when she went to a Kraftwerk concert in New Orleans in 2016 with her son. She wanted to have a fun family night enjoying music and spending time together, but things took a bad turn when a group of white women started yelling at her. They told her to sit down, even though many other people were standing and dancing. Solange felt she was being treated differently because she was black. Things got worse when the women threw half-eaten limes at her and her son. This was shocking and disrespectful. Solange's husband Ferguson asked them if they had thrown the lime. One woman quickly said she wasn't the one who yelled at Solange. This made Solange wonder if they had said even worse things that she didn't hear. She felt deeply uncomfortable and unwelcome in that space. After the concert, Solange shared her experience on Twitter. She spoke about how black people often feel out of place in mostly white spaces. She explained that it wasn't just about being told to sit down, it was about feeling like she didn't belong, like she wasn't welcome in that environment. Many people supported her and shared similar experiences, especially women of color who knew what it felt like to be treated unfairly. Solange later wrote a blog post to explain her feelings. She said that she never called the women racist, but people kept putting those words in her mouth. What she did say was that black people often feel uncomfortable in white spaces, and she still believed that. She felt that many people don't understand the daily struggles that black individuals go through in such situations. After she shared her story, many people on social media supported her. Some famous figures also spoke up, saying they had experienced similar things. Others, however, disagreed with her and said the situation had nothing to do with race. But for Solange, the experience was clear. She knew how she felt, and she wanted to speak up about it. Solange Knowles has always been open about her struggles with mental health. In the past, she talked about having panic attacks while working on her music. She felt anxious and sometimes overwhelmed. Now she is speaking out about her physical health problems too. Recently, Solange shared that she was diagnosed with several medical conditions in 2018. She responded to a post by musician Sean Russ, who talked about his health struggles with a condition called POTS. Solange commented on his post, saying that she also has POTS, as well as two other illnesses, Sjogren's syndrome and mast cell activation syndrome, MCAS. POTS is a condition that affects the body's automatic functions like heart rate and blood pressure. People with POTS often feel dizzy, weak, or have a fast heartbeat when they stand up. Sjogren's syndrome is an immune system disorder that causes dry eyes and a dry mouth. MCAS makes the body release too many chemicals, which can cause problems in different parts of the body like the skin, stomach, heart, and lungs. Solange said that these conditions can be confusing and lonely. She understands how hard it is for people dealing with them. She said she doesn't want her health problems to define who she is. She also gave support to others who are struggling with similar issues. She thanked Dysautonomia International, a non-profit group that helps people with disorders like POTS. She said they gave her important information and support when she felt unsure about her health. She also mentioned the Spoonie community, which is a term used by people with chronic illnesses to describe their daily struggles. Solange's message was full of kindness and encouragement. She told Sean and others dealing with health issues that they are not alone. Sean responded to her, thanking her for the support and saying how much his life has changed because of his illness. Another mess she found herself in was when musician Prince Philip Mitchell sued her and Kanye West. He says they used his song "If We Can't Be Lovers" without his permission. Mitchell claims they took parts of his song and used them in their own music. Because of this, he has taken legal action against both artists. Mitchell says Kanye West used his song in Everything I Am, a track from his album Graduation. The lyrics say, "Let me know if you feel it, man, 'cause everything I'm not made me everything I am." The song credits show that West co-wrote it with Mitchell. Other artists like George Clinton, Public Enemy's Chuck D, Eric Sadler, and Hank Sharkley are also credited because the song includes samples from their track Bring the Noise. But Mitchell says he never agreed to let Kanye use his song. Now, he wants Kanye to pay for using his work without permission. Solange got involved because she later used Kanye's song in her own track The Industry. This song was first meant to be part of a mixtape called I Can't Get Clearance, but it later appeared on the deluxe version of her album Soul Angel and the Hadley St. Dreams. Like Kanye's song, the credits on Solange's track also list Mitchell's name. However, Mitchell still says he did not allow her to use his work. Mitchell is asking for money as compensation. He also wants both artists to stop performing the songs that used his music. He says they broke copyright laws by taking his work without permission. The lawsuit claims they knew what they were doing and still used the song anyway. After releasing her album True in 2012, Solange disappeared from the music world for a while. Fans wondered why she stepped back. Some thought she wanted to focus on her family, while others believed she had personal issues. Some even criticized her for not staying active in music. Solange had started acting in movies before taking a break to start a family. She appeared in the comedy Johnson Family Vacation, acting alongside famous stars like Cedric the Entertainer, Vanessa Williams, and Bow Wow. She also guest-starred in the TV show One on One. She later acted in Bring It On, All or Nothing, a cheerleading movie where she played the team captain. The things we do get us noticed even when we don't win. They say we're the best. The movie was not a big success, but some critics noticed her talent. Unlike her music career, where she used only her first name, she used her full name, Solange Knowles Smith, when acting. While married, Solange moved with her family to Idaho. During this time, she continued writing music. She helped her sister Beyonce by writing songs like Get Me Botted and Upgrade You for her album B-Day. She also wrote songs for Destiny's Child and its members Kelly Rowland and Michelle Williams. In 2004, while pregnant, she made a short appearance in Destiny's Child's music video Soldier. After her divorce, she moved back to Houston to restart her music career. She signed a new record deal and worked on her second album Soul Angel and the Hadley St. Dreams, which was released in 2008. The album was inspired by 1960s and 1970s music and had a mix of R&B, jazz, and hip-hop. It got good reviews, and her song I Decided became a hit, reaching the top of the Billboard dance charts. Solange planned to release mixtapes alongside her album, including one called I Can't Get Clearance. One of the songs, F the Industry, signed sincerely, talked about the music business and mentioned artists like Mary J. Blige, Ashanti, and Keisha Cole. However, the mixtape was never released, though the song came out in 2010 anyway. That is all for today. Until next time, bye.